Well, here we are. Greetings, everyone. Here sooner than I anticipated, but here nonetheless. Madam Abraham, welcome to Consciousness Prime, or should I call it the Consciousness Prime Show? This is going to be interesting. We'll see. This will evolve. I came on yesterday. I had some thoughts I shared, and I let it be known that I'll be doing this again. And one of the many conversations that we will explore, has to do with financial empowerment. This is of particular importance in a time when debt is the predominant idea, and you could say reality, associated with finances, with economics. It's all of it's all the product of our doing, so to speak. It's our habits, our behaviors, our interactions with each other, and it's what's gotten us what we've got. But there is something different. There's something that exists that can change that and that can help us to change it. We are used to having something do all the work for us, and actually, we put very little of what we really have, which is our intelligence and our best feelings toward it, our best efforts toward it, because the pursuit of money doesn't necessarily require that. And so, instead of me getting into something, the reason I'm here now is that this cooperative system, referred to as co-op business, is a way by which this financial shift and empowerment can occur, and it only happens when we're utilizing the best aspects of ourselves. It's like you say, you can't make a when you're pursuing money, you can be negative, you can be any kind of way, and yet, because it's not considered important, if you use the best of who you are and use the best of what you are, knowing that and intending to do that, you can do far, far more. You can achieve far, far more in the overall quality of life, but it also includes the value that you receive in whatever form. We tend to call it money. Well, the creator of that system, the co-op business system, his name is David Rosen. And I got this email just yesterday. And I've been in the system. I'm very impressed by it. I haven't even begun to receive the the real value. I'm doing a presentation. In fact, yesterday I mentioned I'm doing a presentation. I'm creating one for it. And then yesterday I get this email. So it says here, this is from Co-op Business. Hey, Adam, get ready for a game changer. We've We are thrilled to introduce the all new Co-op 20 membership subscription plan, your pathway to even greater success and financial freedom. Webinar is Tuesday, August 15th, 12 p.m. Eastern. That's in really actually a few minutes now. And here's why you'll love it. $20 one time out of pocket, and affordable, and provides massive earnings, 100% payout. You deserve every bit of your hard earned income. Unlimited residual POP. That's predictable, ongoing, passive income. That's what POP stands for. Your income potential knows no limits. Earn over $9,000. This is in value. I'm going to say an equivalent of $9,000, but you can convert it into capital in 9 days. Yes, you read that right. Your success starts now. We prove it free. Experience the power of Co-op 20 firsthand, no strings attached. I know that means he's gonna do a demo on how this works. Utilizes the Co-op wallet. This is probably the most underappreciated part of this system is the co-op wallet itself. Manage your earnings and transactions. Launching this week. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Your success is our priority, and the Co op 20 membership plan is here to supercharge your journey. Let's elevate your earnings together. Stay tuned for more exciting updates, etc., etc. That's probably enough for me to say right here. What I'm going to do is to actually, I'm going to start. Um, it's a Zoom meeting, so what I'm going to basically do is start Zoom up and put it on the screen, and we should be able to watch this together. I don't know really what he's going to say, or what he's literally introducing, but I'm literally um, starting this up, and we're going to see how this works out. So once this becomes up, I will I'll then share the screen. That's when I know it's all up and it's all working, and we will see how this goes. I am in fact, let's see. I'm watching his screen now. So what I'm going to attempt to do is see if I can move this over. Okay, pull this here. Um, Here we go. Put this over there and then expand it again. And let's see here. So you do this on this. Okay. So I see that. Now the other question is, do I have the audio? I'm sure the audio is on, although I'm not hearing it. This is going to be interesting. Let's see. Oh, let's do this. I will stop my screen share, and then I'll start it again, and then share the audio, and then there's the screen. Hello? Is that me? This is not. Well, let's go. Well, maybe, they said talk about best laid plans, mice and men. The other thing is maybe if I put on my headphones. Testing, testing, testing. I'm not hearing anything through this.
There's no sound.
Oh, you know something?
There's no sound.
He doesn't have his own sound. Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me on the call?
So it's not me.
Well,
As a matter of fact, I hear myself twice, but let me figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
can you hear me?
So they're trying to figure that out. Now let me see
Can
if
you hear me now? Okay.
Yep.
I was even singing to everybody.
there we
Oh,
go.
you better start over again.
All right. So now I'm going to share
Not
my.
too late. It was like a once in a lifetime thing. And I was also giving everybody a message. We got another. Listen, you know what? I always like to get started right at the top of the hour. But let me tell you, folks, what you are about to hear today is so big, so monumental, so different, it's going to blow your mind, as it says on the screen right now. So I'm going to give everybody an extra 3 minutes to contact by smoke signal, by email, by text message, by phone call, by whatever means necessary. You want to have them on this webinar right now. When you see what you are about to see, your mind will blow up, your jaw will drop to the ground, and you will say it can't be true. So get ready for something that is so incredible that is going to blow your mind. So you got 3 more minutes right now. Message, get your team on here. This is, if there was ever a webinar that you wanted to have your teammates on, this is it. So you got 3 more minutes. Go ahead, round up your team, get them on here because this is going to be big.
All right.
And
Okay.
everybody who's ever participated in any of my businesses, when I say there's something new, there is something new.
Okay.
This is not what you think it's going to be. This is new, it's innovative, and it is big. So go ahead, get your teammates on there. You got another 2 minutes. Let's pound this out. Let's get this jacked up and let's get busy with it. Marina, I'm gonna plug in my microphone again and I'm gonna hope that it's gonna work this time. Did I have it on mute or something? What's going on here? Let me plug it in. Let me see here.
We can still hear you, so that's a good thing.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. So that means that
maybe Zoom just didn't want us to hear you singing.
Yeah, that, you know what? And you know, I got a pretty good reputation. So if people actually heard me singing, that might have changed their opinion of me. So maybe that's right.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you sing really well.
No, trust me. Yeah, I don't. I was listen. So, you know, sometimes people don't like to tell their embarrassing stories. For me, hey, it's fun, right? And it's funny. So I'm going to tell you a story.
This is David Rosen.
Actually, it's got to go back at least. It's got to go back 10 or 15 years ago. It was one time when, you know, when you picked up the phone and you needed to find a number, you actually called the operator. And I remember calling the operator, and while the operator was looking up the telephone number for me, I happened to be singing a song. You know, I thought I sounded okay, but I happened to be singing a song. And this operator said to me, "Don't quit your day job." Like, think about how bad my singing had to have been for the operator on the other end to say, "Don't quit your day job." So I am not going to fool myself and think that I can sing. I will do it from time. As a matter of fact, I sing every day. I just don't sing well every day, but it's not going to stop me. And you know, some of my friends, you know, they try to humor me sometimes and say, "You know, David, you sound pretty good." And I think they're just trying to get another free month or something. So I don't know.
I've got the same friends, don't worry. The last time I sang karaoke I was 21, I'm now 54.
Oh, I see. There, I see a mute button, so I could actually mute this.
But thank goodness our friend who owns the game farm, he also brought karaoke into the country. So he's got all this cool equipment that makes you sound really good. So
oh, really?
You can sing.
Hey, listen.
You hear yourself without the equipment.
Listen, Marini, you need to send that to me because I got 3 things left on my bucket list. You know, most of us have bucket lists. I had an extensive bucket list that had over 100 things on it that I wanted to do during my lifetime. There's still 3 things on that bucket list. Number 1 is I want to produce a song and have it played somewhere online. And I'm going to need some pretty fancy equipment to help me to sound pretty good.
Okay.
Awesome.
Number 2, I want to skydive. I haven't skydived yet. I gotta lose at least another 30 pounds because, you know, working so hard, I went from 225. I'm now 257 of good-looking pounds, don't you know? So I'm 257 pounds right now. I want to get back down to 220 so that I can skydive. I feel my optimum weight will be 225. And then the third thing, the last thing that's on my bucket list that I want to do, and I'm going to need your help, is I want to be on the cover of GQ, which is Gentleman's Quarterly magazine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be on the cover of that magazine before my time comes. So those are the 3 last things I've got on my bucket list. All the other ones I've done. And by the way, folks, if you got a bucket list, start writing that bucket list out because you're going to be able to fulfill those things that are on your bucket list?
It's a good idea.
So-
It's a good suggestion.
I was going to say, how much you prepared to pay for the third one? I'm sure we can arrange it.
I don't know, but if they say it's $1 million, I'm all in.
I'm joking. No, those are great aspirations and dreams to have on your bucket list.
Yeah. Tell me what's the biggest thing still on your bucket list, Marina?
Skydiving is definitely up there. That's something I'm terrified of water, even and going underwater, even though my name is from the sea. So I don't do the water sports. I love the ocean, but I'll be in a ship or on a boat, but never under.
Well,
And
3
skydiving
minutes
and parasailing, I
changes
wouldn't mind
here,
doing because
but that's
you're sort of
okay.
in the air and you know they've got it covered. And yeah, I wouldn't mind doing some bang, what's it called? Bang jumping off the side of the building.
Oh yeah. I think that's bungee jumping.
No, not bungee jumping. It's
okay, good, because that's
She's talking about base jumping.
It's also scary. But
do
I
you
just
mean
want to
like
say,
jumping off of a mountain with the wings?
Yes, that's
Oh,
what I'm
parasailing.
No, it's base jumping.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, in Cape Town they have that. But I just want to say, wow. These are the most people we've had on a call. So thank you guys. You've been listening, you've been spreading the great news, and we just cannot wait to introduce David T. Rosen here. For those of you who don't know, there's a lot of new members that don't know who he is. And I'm just saying, I'm very happy and proud to be associated to him in this business. David T. Rosen introduced the world to its first loyalty cards in 1985. In 1995, he introduced the world to, he had a store of 1,000 online stores. So he was the first one to introduce online stores called Wow. And in 2001, he introduced the world to its first crowdfunding platform. And life has happened in between. David got really sick for 6.5 years, but not one day in 22 years has he missed a single payment. And now today, wherever you are in the world, he is going to present something that is apparently going to blow our minds. I have no idea what it is. So without further ado, David, over to you and show us what you have for us, please.
Well, first of all, I got to say thank you, Marina. I was not expecting that introduction, so thank you very much for that. And I mentioned to Marina and I mentioned a few other people that I got something that's big. But you see, guys, I don't tell people what I'm doing. I just do it. And then when it's done, then I tell you and you can see it. So it's not like I say I'm going to do something and I don't know what I'm doing, right? So anyways, listen, here's where we need to start off, right? So I've been doing this type of business, online businesses now for 22 years. And I can realistically say that outside of companies like Amway, Herbalife, and those type of companies, what I have been doing has produced greater results than virtually all these other companies. And the reason for that is because they work. My first company that I created, 5-Star Exchange, in 2001, which was the world's first crowdfunding system, we changed the name, but it's still in operation today, and some people are still using it. The next one that I created, G1, G4, in 2005, still rocking it. Then I ended up getting sick in 2012. Most of you don't know. My best friends didn't even know I was sick in 2012. As a matter of fact, I didn't recover until late 2018. So it lasted almost 6.5 years. During those 6.5 years, my businesses kept running. People kept paying. People kept making money. We added an additional 500,000 people to my businesses while I was sick. Well, I couldn't send out an email. We added 500,000 new members, and people got paid every single day. In my absence, people got paid every single day. 2018, I changed the game again when I launched Co-op 50/50, and I changed the way people got paid. It blew people away. In the first 3 months, we did 85,000 people and did $50 million. I started to focus on co-op crowd at that time. And I was getting ready to launch it. We built our own wallet. By the way, we built our own wallet starting in 2018. We were like one of the first home-based, we were the first home-based business to even think about building a wallet. And we built a wallet. We've now got our own bank. In 2019, I thought I was ready to launch Co-op Crowd. It wasn't ready. I thought I was ready to launch Co-op Crowd. And I pulled back because I wanted to create the wallet. And a funny thing happened on the way to the rodeo. COVID happened. So I was getting ready to launch on April 6, 2020. I was getting ready to launch Co-op Crowd because it was ready. And it was going to be a big launch with the president of a country and 80 of their largest corporations. Then COVID hit, took a break. And then I decided to get serious about things. And the last 2.5 years, after COVID hit, and I partied like a rock star for almost 6 months, because everything was locked down. And as you can see what's behind me, I got a beautiful place here. The balcony is 200 feet. So I had the hottest spot in all of the city. Everyone was coming to my place. We were partying like rock stars every single day of the week. And then I decided to get serious about it. So for the last 2.5 years, I have gotten serious with it. And I have been working harder the last 2.5 years than I have ever worked in my entire life. And we launched Co-op Crowd in September 2001. It launched perfectly, but then I made a couple of errors and I messed it up. And instead of going back and retrenching with Co-op Crowd, I figured let me continue with this 5-year plan, because I created a 5-year plan. I said, let me continue with this 5-year plan. So instead of going backwards, I figured, okay, let me get the second piece done and then I'll go backwards to Co-op Crowd. And the second piece is Co-op Business. And that's where we are right now. Folks, let me tell you something. Co-op Business does exactly what we say it will do. It works. And the thing is that anybody who actually did the work in Co-op Business, they got the reward. If you stopped working and you told and you know you didn't follow through, then obviously it's not going to work. But if you continued to work, you'd be on your way to becoming a multimillionaire right now. Now, having said that, I understand. I 100% understand your position. And I've mentioned it a couple of times on many of the webinars that I did. I said, if somebody came to me and said that I can get into a business that is $1 a day subscription, has a one-time out-of-pocket $38, and if I simply invite 3 friends, will ultimately lead to me receiving $10,700,382 every 28 days, I might have a little trouble believing that as well. So I understand and I get it, right? So Co-op Business does exactly what we say it does, but I understand that you didn't quite get it. And because you didn't quite get it, you didn't believe it. And because you didn't believe it, you didn't work it. Which brings us to today. We have a 5-year plan. What I'm about to show you right now was supposed to be part of the release in 2024. But because of recent events and the fact that Co-op Business wasn't getting the traction that I expected it to, which I understand why, I've had to rethink about when I should release Co-op 20. And the funny thing is, when I really think about it, it probably should have been the first thing I released and not the third thing I released. And when you see Co-op 20, And what it does, it is going to blow your mind, because it is, once again, something that I created that no man, woman, or child on this planet has ever thought about doing. It is hugely rewarding, and it's going to pay you every single day for the rest of your life. It works, and you get to prove it. I'm going to share my screen. I put together some slides today. They're rudimentary slides, but I put together some slides today so that I can help you to understand what we're doing, and so that I can follow basically from beginning to end, so that you'll understand what it is. You may have some questions. When I'm done here, Marina is going to ask me or tell me the questions that you guys have posed, and I'm going to answer them for you. So the number one reason for launching Co-op 20 before next year is so that we can get engaged. You see what's going to happen? Excuse me, what's going to happen today? Us. We're going to get engaged. You see, what I tried to do with Co-op Business is I tried to get you to marry me before dating you. So today we're going to get engaged, and you're going to love it. And when we get engaged, you're going to love me forever. So let me share my screen.
While David's sharing his screen, please, any questions? There is a Q&A tab. Please put your questions in there. In the chat, they get lost, and we can go through them individually. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you, Marina, for that. So just before you jump off, Marina, and yeah, it's a good idea to, so just before you jump off, my screen is sharing.
Yep.
All right, perfect. And by the way, you said something earlier today, earlier on this webinar. You said we've had more people than we've ever had. By the way, when we launched Co-op Crowd, we had 9,000 people on that initial webinar. So this is a really small webinar. Right now, we got 225 people on here. It's a very small webinar. When we come back on Thursday, it'll probably blow up. I think I've got this room holds 3,000 people because I paid extra, so I think it holds 3,000 people. I'm expecting 3,000 people on Thursday's call. So here we go. Let's get busy with it. Let's run it. So Co-op 20, prepare to have your mind blown. Co-op 20 is the world's first 3x6 re-entry follow me income cooperative. 3x6 re-entry follow me income cooperative. Co-op 20 is a $20 membership subscription cooperative. It costs 70 cents a day to keep your business going. The services that we are going to provide for you are AI focused. That's why I was going to launch it in 2024. And we'll provide AI services to help you grow any business, not just simply to help you to grow Co-op Business or Co-op Crowd or Co-op 20, to help you to grow any business. All of the things that I'm delivering to you from a product perspective are all designed to help you to become better business people, better educated, and understand what you need to do to be a success in the business of your choice. The co-op ecosystem, it is your vehicle to help you get the things that you need, such as money, knowledge, and tools to build whatever business floats your boat, whatever business you are passionate about. It is all the services that we have are designed to allow you to fulfill your aspirations. The services that we are creating will not be released today. They will be gradually released between the time we let you register in co-op 20 and over the next and through to October 15th. There is going to be some incredible stuff that is literally going to blow your mind, because we've been working on this for a while. So it's not like, you know, we just said we need to do something. No, we've been working on it for a while. We will officially launch Co-op 20 on October 15th, approximately 1.5 months from now. But there's good news. No, there's not good news. There is great news. You see, I mentioned when we released Co-op Business, I said, listen, we aren't going into full launch yet. Use the time wisely to build your team while we flush out all of the things that we need to flush out and deliver all of the service that we said that we need to deliver to you. Some of you did, some of you didn't. You now have until October 15th. You're going to see a button in your back office. As a matter of fact, there's a button in your your Co-op B back office right now. I can't remember what it says, but it says register your Co-op 20, right? That button is not live at this very moment. It will be live in the next 24 to 48 hours. You want to push that button, boom, as soon as you see it and as soon as you have an opportunity to push it. You want to push that button. It's going to cost you $20 to get started. Now, let me tell you something else. You see, the businesses that I built and continue to build, they're forward thinking. And because they're forward thinking, everything that you've done in Co-op B, the teammates that you have in Co-op B, the free teammates that you have in Co-op B, your Co-op wallet, the money that you have in Co-op B right now, they are part of your team in Co-op 20. So you don't have to start rebuilding all over again. You just have to give them the opportunity and say, hey, it's time. And they can push the button in their back office. Now, let me tell you something else. And you guys already know this because it's the same function in Co-op B. You see, I know that not everybody's going to push the button in order. All of the active people, as a matter of fact, all of the people that are in Co-op B right now will have approximately 48 hours. Now, you might get a little more than 48 hours, not because we need the 48 hours, but because it is a weekend coming up. And a couple of my programmers, they had previously scheduled vacations. We don't want to launch something and something break and they're not available. So that's why it may not go, why we may not have the Co-op B go live until Monday. So we'll see how fast it happens. But within the next 24 hours to 48 hours, that button will be there. Prior to us releasing the Co-op 20 site, everybody will have an opportunity to lock in their position right now without being leapfrogged by somebody that might push the button first. So let me explain what that means, because it's super, super important. Right now in Co-op B, if you are a free member in Co-op B and you've invited 20 people and 3 of those 20 people push the button and say, I'm going to activate my Co-op B right now, they leapfrog you and get into Co-op B before you. It's not the end of the world, but it's preferable that you get in before them. The time that you have that I'm speaking of right now, it means that if you have 1,000 teammates, And some of you do have 1,000, some of you have as many as 5,000 teammates. If you have 1,000 teammates or 5,000 teammates that are below you, and you push the button after any of those people, we're locking in your position so that even though they push the button before you, your position will still be higher than them. That's what's going to happen during that period where you get to push the button before we go live. All right. And as I said, you're going to have anywhere from 72 hours to 144 hours to do that. All right. It's super important that you take advantage of that time. After that time, after that period, and we make the co-op business, the co-op 20 matrix live, and we compress all of the people that haven't paid yet out, then it becomes the first one to pay is the first one in. The first one to pay is the first one in. Now, let me tell you something. You don't lose your hard work, right? It follows a genealogy. If you've invited 20 people, they're part of your genealogy, and they're part of the genealogy of the people that are above you. So if somebody pushes a button before you, it's not willy-nilly, and we just put these people anywhere. It follows a very strict hierarchy, all right? So you're going to have the opportunity to lock in your position. Now, let me get to the next page. Super important. And all of my businesses, this is the way I do my businesses. I don't need to make money to make my systems work. I make my systems work, then I make them available to you. So I've already spent all of the money I need to spend to make my system work. So that means that from day one, you will get paid your money. From day one, you will be able to withdraw your money. So you will have 100% access to your money at all times. So while we are building out the rest of our products and services, you're using this time to your advantage to become, for lack of a better word, early adopters. And as an early adopter, you get to build your team before we go to the rest of the world. As an early adopter, you get to build your income before we go to the rest of the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when I mentioned that in co-op B, because you didn't understand how the system worked, and quite possibly didn't believe the amount of money that you could make, most of you, not some of you, most of you did not take advantage of that early adopter phase. From my lips to your ears, don't let it happen again, because you're going to see things happening with this project that are going to absolutely blow your mind. And here's something else to understand. Of that $20 that comes in, 100% of it is paid back out to you. 100% is paid back out to you. Do you know what that means? It means that I am no different than you. If I don't get to work, I don't make any money. And it also means that Marina can make more money than me. It also means that you have the opportunity to make more money than I do. The systems that I build are the fairest systems on the entire planet. They are equal for everybody, including me. So I don't have an unfair advantage because I built the system. So, fair warning, when this baby launches, I'm going to be busy with it. And if you want some of the people I know, you better get busy with it too. Your work and your teams that you built in Co-op B, as I told you, think about this. Your work and your teams are carried over to Co-op 20. So all of the work that you've been doing for the last couple of months, you still get paid for it. And by the way, let me share something else with you guys. You don't understand Co-op B yet. You don't believe that you can make $11 million a month. I get that. Don't jump into Co-op 2020 and let your Co-op B membership lapse. Keep that membership alive, because as you continue to understand our cooperative systems, you're going to want to be in Co-op B. So make sure that you don't just simply forget about Co-op B and come over here. Keep your position alive. It's only $28 every 28 days. It's $1 a day. You will be making enough money to keep that position alive. You will be making enough money with Co-op 20 to even activate or reactivate your Co-op 28. Now let's keep going. What you should do and what you'll get right now. We just talked about it. You need to get busy with it starting from jump, right? And I mean right now. Just because the button isn't live, you should, like as soon as this webinar is over, start lining up your team. Start letting everybody that you know that we have a $20 program that is getting ready to start. Tell everybody that you know they need to have $20. They need to have 3 friends. They need to have $20, but they can also have 100 friends. So it doesn't matter if you know 100 people, you know 10 people, you know 1,000 people. Get ready. Have them ready to go from the time that button is live. So I'm way ahead of myself here. Lock in your position, done that. All right, so check this out, right? So I'm just going to give you some of the highlights. All right, I'm going to give you some of the highlights. So as you know, it's a $20 Co-op membership subscription. And because it is a membership subscription, it means we can pay you every day for the rest of your life. If it was a one-time payment, we could not pay you every day. But because it's a subscription, the subscription is 71 cents a day, $20 every 20 days. That $20 will be a one-time out of pocket if you complete the 2 steps. You see, we said in Co-op B that your $38 would be a one-time out of pocket if you complete the 2 steps, right? So if you completed the 2 steps in 28 days, your Co-op B membership would have been a one-time out of pocket. But a lot of people, because they didn't believe, they didn't do the 2 steps. So if you don't do the 2 steps, your membership is going to lapse, and it's not a one-time out of pocket. All right? So you need to complete the 2 steps in your first 28 days. Step 1, register your Co-op $20 subscription. Step 2, it's a no-brainer. Invite 3 who want some great tools to build their business to set up their membership subscription and participate in our affiliate program in your first 28 days. As long as you've invited 3 members in your first 28 days, you will not lapse. And if they do the same, you will never lapse. And you will continue to earn an income for the rest of your life. If you don't complete the 2 steps, let me tell you as clear as I possibly can. If you don't complete the 2 steps, Co-op 20 will not work for you. You must complete the 2 steps. And if you think that finding 3 friends who you would like to help to get wealthy with so that you can live on the beaches of the world, and they only have to take out $20 out of their pocket, if you think that that task is too monumental for you, Co-op 20 is not for you, and I don't recommend that you join us. If you think that you're going to find a business that says no recruiting necessary and you are going to get wealthy, by all means, try it again. And I can tell you that you're going to get the exact same results the last time you joined a business where they said you didn't have to recruit, but you're going to get all that money. You ended up getting nothing, then you're going to end up getting nothing again. But if you are serious about participating in your own recovery, you got 2 steps to do. One time out of pocket, $20, 3 friends or more who do the same. You got 28 days. 28 days. I told you I got a 9-day plan for you. I'm going to show that to you in a moment. So you should not need 28 days. Co-op 20 is a 3x6 cooperative. Co-op business is a 3x10 cooperative. In a 3x6 cooperative, there's only 1,092 positions. Only 1,092 positions. You see that next line, it says unlimited earnings. Unlimited. It's not going to stop at 9,000. It's not going to stop at 10,000 or 20,000 or 50,000. It is unlimited. And you see why it's going to freak you out. It is unlimited. So you don't have a cap. I'm only going to show you the first 9 days because I don't want you going crazy. I want you to get a little sleep. The next line says re-entry. Listen, the hairs on my arm are standing up right now. Re-entry. There's only 1,092 people in your cooperative. When it fills, you will be re-entered to receive the exact same amount of money all over again. And when that one fills, you'll get re-entered to receive the exact same amount of money all over again, and again, and again, and again. So you are not limited in your income potential. You are not limited in the amount of people that you want to invite. The only limitation that you have in Co-op 20 is right here between your ears. So broaden your horizon, broaden your expectations, and let's get busy with it. You also get the full amount from each cooperative. So if this cooperative, you're going to make a lot of money. Here's something else. You see, once again, I'm backing up my words by allowing you to use the system free for as long as you want. You could have used Co-op Business for free, and by now you would have discovered that it actually can and does and will pay out that $10 million. But instead of doing that, you got between your ears and you didn't even try to use the system for free. You let your mind tell you it's not believable, so you did nothing. Don't let that happen here. You have We Prove It Free. We've got the free system for you to use. You can use it for as long as you want. I'm not trying to get you to trust me. I want you to trust you. And the only way you can trust you and the system is to use it. Whether you use it as a paid member or whether you use it as a free member, use the system. It's there for you. We got this thing called pay it forward. Dude, and dudettes. You need 3 friends. Of course, you can pay it forward or help as many friends as you want. You need 3 friends. It means that it'll cost you $60 to pay it forward for 3 friends. So if you take $60, you buy 3 co-op 20 tokens, you pay it forward to 3 friends, you're showing them that you care. And when you show them that you care, you tell them you want them to do the exact same thing as you. Do it in one day. Pay it forward to 3 friends in one day. And when you pay it forward to your 3 friends in one day, before taking one of those valuable $20 co-op tokens and giving it to somebody, pick up the phone. Hey, Marina, it's Dave. We got this new business off that's happening right now. It looks pretty good. I'm going to pay it forward to you. I want you to pay it forward to 3 friends. It's going to cost you $60 and we're going to make a lot of money and we're going to be able to travel to all the beaches of the world. Are you willing to do that, Marina? Will you pay it forward for 3 friends? Marina says, yes. I pay it forward to her because she's now said yes. So this pay it forward, it is affordable for everybody. $60. Pay it forward to your 3 friends. While you're trying to figure out to get your feet on the ground, you see, this system is so incredibly exciting and rewarding. We don't want anybody to ever lapse in this system. So if you pay today, and before you have a chance to get busy with it, you can receive on your first 3 levels, and you can have $72 in your wallet. So even before you do nothing, you do have an opportunity to earn, right? You have an opportunity to earn. And it's not because we're trying to convince you to join us and for doing and pay you for doing nothing. No, it's because the system works and we want you to stick it out. All right. So you can receive up to $72, which will keep you going month after month after month after month after month after month forever. Now, we talked about the 2 steps. Step 1, pay a one-time out of pocket, $20. And remember, when you pay that one-time out of pocket $20, there are fees. Our fees are like 20 cents or 30 cents. I think our fees are 30 cents. The network gas fees, on the other hand, are almost $30. We, as a company, have no control over that. The networks determine how much they're going to charge us. The third parties determine how much they're going to charge us. But here's the beautiful thing, is that if we got money in our co-op wallet right now, we don't have to have network fees. Here's the other beautiful thing. You should only have to pay those network fees one time, because when you pay to join us, you should never have to use an outside service or your credit card or other cryptocurrency to pay, because the money will be in your wallet. So when you see that $30 and you start saying words that I can't say on this screen right now, understand, don't direct those words towards me or co-op business, co-op 20. Direct those words to the third-party people that want to make money from you. We can't control that. It's a one-time fee. Eat it, because think about it. When you eat it, you're going to be making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And step 2, register 3 people in your first 28 days. You're in profit, your business is free, and you will never lapse as long as your team does the same. All right, now let's keep going. So I told you guys that you can receive $9,000 in your first 9 days. $9,000 in your first 9 days. It is a fact. Here's how. In day 1, you register for your $20 and you invite 3 others to join you in day 1. It's a piece of cake, folks. Don't be thinking, well, I can't do that. It's $60 in total. You have 3 friends, right? Day 1, you invite 3 friends. You make $24. Now, let me also share something with you. If you don't do it in day 1, maybe you do it in day 3, maybe you do it in day 28, you still make $24. So this is not predicated on you doing this in day 1. What this is an example, a mathematical example of what can happen in your first 9 days if everybody does what the leader does. So in day 1, you make $24. In day 2, they invite their 3 friends, and now you're at $33. In day 3, you're at $88. In day 4, so after 4 days, you got your 3 friends in day 1. They got their 3 friends in day 2. Those friends got their friends in day 3, and now we're on day 4. Now think about this for a second. During what I just said, did I say you had to do something on day 2? No. Did I say you had to do something on day 3? No. Did I say you have to do something on day 4? Again, the answer is no, unless you want to. But as you can see, your income continues to go up. Now on day 4, you're at $534. Day 5, you're at $534. Day 6, you're now at $2,283. $2,283. Now, I said this is a 3 by 6. It is a 3 by 6. If you're chewing something right now, stop chewing. If you are sending a text message to somebody, stop sending a text message. Whatever you are doing right now, stop and pay very close attention to what's about to happen next. It is going to blow your mind and show you how you have the opportunity to create an unlimited income with Co-op 20. You see, Co-op 20 has a 3 by 6 cooperative. 3 on your first level, 9 on your second level, 27, 81, 243, 729, for a total of 1,092 people. If you have an opportunity to earn an unlimited amount of money, how can that be possible? All right. I hope you're paying attention. You start a brand new 3 by 6 cooperative. You don't have to do anything. Our AI and autonomics do everything for you. So now you start a brand new one. And if it's day 1, this is now, if everyone's getting their 3 members in 24 hours, this is now your day 7. So just because this is finished, your income will continue to grow. So on day 7, those 3 people that you invited on day 1, they follow you. When a brand new cooperative opens up, they follow you. You're now at $3,158 on day 7. On day 8, your second tier team follows you. You're now at $5,126. On day 9, this team follows you. You're now at $9,063. Let me scoot all the way back here, folks. This is your day 1. This is your day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You haven't done any work except day 1, and you're already at $9,000. But guess what? Here's what happens on day 10. Here's what happens on day 11. Here's what happens on day 12. And on day 13, another one opens up. Now you're receiving from 3 cooperatives, not 1, 3. So every single cooperative that you have is producing an incredible amount of money that's going into your pocket every second of every day. This system can have you quickly getting the money that you need to pay your monthly bills. This system can quickly get you the money that you need to get out of debt. This system can quickly get you the money that you need to start up your own business. Folks, what you're looking at right now, the same as every other system that I have ever created, is a masterpiece. No one has ever done this before. No one has ever been able to create this type of dynamic income for you before. No one has ever created a system like this before to allow you to complete 2 steps, 1 time, and you to receive an income every day for the rest of your life. And not only simply receive an income every day for the rest of your life, but receive an ever-increasing income every day for the rest of your life. This system is talking to Co-op Crowd. This system is talking to Co-op B. This system is your future. This is what I should have launched first. But I didn't. But you've got it now, right? You got it now. Let me see. I got a couple other slides here. So check this out, right? Here's something else you need to understand. And this is all going to be on the site, right? So you see, we understand that your business is going to possibly grow before you have a chance to do anything. And when your business grows before you have a chance to do anything, we want to reward you. So if you haven't had a chance to do anything yet and your first 3 levels get filled up, you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid on those first 3 levels up to $72. When you invite 1 person, you get paid up on your 4th level. When you invite 2, you get paid up to your 5th level. When you invite 3, you get paid on all 6 levels. And you see, we've only got 2 qualifications. You're either active or you're active and qualified. 2 qualifications. See, this is the cooperative income system, folks. You've heard me mention the cooperative income systems, and like Co-op B, you didn't understand it, so you thought it was just fancy words. It's not fancy words. It is a new way for you to earn an income. It is an evolutionary way for you to earn an income. You see, in the cooperative income systems, we don't have 10 different qualification levels. We don't have 30 different qualification levels. You don't have to have 500 people so that you can get some type of bonus that isn't worth anything. In the cooperative income systems, I want you to get paid. And I want you to get paid every day. And I don't want you to have to stress and struggle and fight to try and figure out how you're going to qualify for that next payment. I want you to get paid every day. So when you're qualified, boom, you're qualified. And it's one qualification. 3 who have 3 qualifies you to receive the maximum amount in the cooperative income system and throughout the co-op ecosystem. You have the ability to create unlimited earnings. I only showed you the first 9 days. You're going to keep getting new cooperatives. I only showed you what happens when you simply invite 3. Some of you might invite 30. Some of you might invite 100. Some of you might invite 1,000. So if you do, how much money do you think you're going to make? It is unlimited. And you always receive the maximum royalties on every single cooperative. And you don't have to qualify for each cooperative. You qualify in your first cooperative, and it qualifies you for all of your cooperatives. And you get paid the full amount from each cooperative. So just because we created another way for you to make money doesn't mean that we're going to decrease the amount of money that we're going to give to you. You still get the same amount. That, folks, is Co-op 20. That, folks, is a revolutionary new plan that is going to change your life. It's going to change your life forever. It is a system that you can look at and you can say it makes sense. It is a system that you can look at and believe it. Right? So I see all these hearts, all the hands, all the thanks, guys. Today marks a new day in the history of co-op and the co-op ecosystem and our co-op members. Today marks really day 1. So today is like a demarcation point. You know, like today is like a demarcation point means that everything that happened up to this point is history.
Notes. I'll be back.
Everything that happens from this point is a new history. This today is a demarcation point. And it took me this long and lots of understanding from you. You guys helped us to get to this point today instead of next week, right? You guys said, David, we don't understand. You guys said, David, we need a plan that's only $20. You guys said, David, we need a plan that doesn't say you're going to make $10 million. You guys said what you needed. I'm delivering. You now have absolutely everything that you want, everything that you need to make your life exactly what you want it to be. Marina, what say you?
That was fantastic. Lots of great comments. People are loving it. And just one question that I have. Do we have the same products associated to COP 20?
No, I mentioned that earlier. You might have missed it. It's okay. So, and by the way, you know, when you watch a webinar, it's easy to miss something. You know,
Yes,
that's why people watch movies 13 times, right? Because you miss something.
Say that you're bringing the stuff in over the next
all AI are all artificial intelligent, all stuff that's all forward thinking, stuff that you need, like so that you'll have a customer. So that you'll have a customer. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, so customer management system. And be able to email to all your teammates and email to people in
I'm going to
that you have and stuff. So you're going to have a lot
have
of
some
stuff
comments about what
I've
I've seen and
Fantastic.
put it in some perspective.
I think it's fantastic. It's great. People are excited. And we have got a few questions if you want to take them.
let's do it.
Let's see.
Right. So Foda Wilson is saying, is there any way you can make COP 20 to be straight line? Whoever joined after you in your downline?
No. Let me ask you, Fola. Have you ever in your entire life joined a straight line business that survived and made you money? The answer is no. So no, we're not going to do that. By the way, I've been doing this for a lot of years.
Let's go here.
I know what works, right? Straight line systems don't work. Australia, where you're giving 2 people away and an Australian one up, that's like having 3 children and having to give 2 away. It doesn't work. So no, we're not going to use a straight line. And Fola, love you dearly. If I came on hard, didn't mean to come on hard, love you dearly. But no, we're not going to use a straight line because they don't work. It's designed to make the company owners money and make you poor. It's designed to
that's old school.
falsely give you the impression that you're going to make money because you see that there's 5,000 people below you. You can only get paid on a certain amount of levels. Smoke and mirrors, it doesn't work.
I know what I'll do.
Chris says, how can I get my money from car 50/50 to invest?
Here we go. Where's my right screen here? What am I doing? Okay, let's try that. Go back to my fail-safe, my fallback. Well, that was an introduction. That was a talk and a presentation by David Rosen, who created the co-op business platform. And he was introducing what's called Co-op 20, which is actually just a new package. All of it cooperation based. And so the co-op system that's already there, the co-op business, it's called a co-op 28. This one's called a co-op 20. So they're 2 different matrices. The thing that binds them both together is the fact that they are cooperation based. They are not based on the amount of money that you have. They are based on your willingness to actually be proactive in introducing something new that will benefit each person. But the person themselves has to be the leader. You have to be the positive one and introduce things in a positive way. In a way of speaking, the system doesn't work. If we are negative, if we are unsure, if we are fearful, all of those are lower, I'm just going to say dimmer. They're less stable expressions of our consciousness. You're going to get the results that are commensurate to that. And so when we are more inclined to step aside and be skeptical, and if we make being skeptical our way, so to speak, or our motives of operandi, we slow ourselves down. The other thing, though, I actually had a phone call in the middle of all this, so I'm going to go in. I don't know. I'm either going to delete this or somehow see if I can edit the part out. I had a portion where I attempted to mute things so that hopefully the sound would pass through, but I don't think anything passed through from David. And so I had some silence before I stopped the call, or ended the call rather, and I could resume recording. I know on YouTube I can go in and actually edit a video, so I can take that out. Actually, you probably won't miss it. But the reason that this to me is important, and I will talk more about this, is that, the thing I need to talk about first is David has a super idea, clearly one that he loves. And part of it is because he knows what it can do for the person who actually does the work and the required work. Most systems only require you to drop in as much as you can afford to lose. And see, here's the deal. Because it's what's called a zero-sum game, that's our present economic system, someone is going to actually lose it. You're going to drop it in. You're the creator of value. You're dropping value into this system, which is then converted into an idea called money. but it's truly is your sense of value. You are putting some value into an idea, concept, or whatever else, and you're converting that value into something called money that put in there, and you're giving and sending that value to someone else to actually hold and to do what they want with it. And so but because it's a zero sum game, you are simply not adding value to the system. You are transferring some of that value to someone else, ultimately someone else, sometimes and mostly through institutions, but ultimately it's still to someone else who get to choose what to do with your value. And so this is this system won't change itself. Each is going to have to make the change for themselves. And this is literally a way to feed back your value back to you. You're putting something into this particular system and you're inviting 3 other people to do the same thing, but you're feeding back, you're creating a feedback loop that basically sends value back to you. That's what this thing does. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take into account what I've just seen myself. I have a presentation that I am working on. I will continue to. But ultimately, if you want to change your own situation relative to the availability of a sufficient flow of income, you have to start doing it in a different way. The digital part of it, the digital component of all of this is universal. Everyone who is moving, we're moving into this digital componentry. We're moving into this place where all of the value assets are digital. There's simply information that's being exchanged back and forth. That is common to all of them, no matter who is the source. What is uncommon here is that this particular system, so the digital wallet is going to be the focal point of all of this activity. Doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter who the issuer is. The government is planning their own, the banks have their own, everyone has created or is creating a digital wallet in order to facilitate the exchange of value. The digital wallet that is in the cooperative system that David Rosen created is secure. It is, you could say it's blockchain based. It's not you can say it. It is blockchain based. It's an Ethereum based blockchain, and it would be yours. And everything that comes into it, quite frankly, that wallet itself is worth paying for. And because this is being presented from the standpoint of a cooperative, so to speak, and cooperative effort, and it's just part of it, its value for the most part is not appreciated. And in that respect, I was going to say this about David. David was somewhat surprised that people haven't jumped on co-op business, for that matter, because it's just as great. It does something in a different way. I'm happy to see that he has thought a different way of doing this, but ultimately it still boils down to consciousness. People have to be and become of a certain consciousness that is willing to go outside of their present habits. Habits, this is why people don't care whether they lie to you or tell you the truth. More so, they'll lie to you. They don't mind lying to you, because if you adopt it as a habit, you're likely going to be very disinclined to change it until some extraordinary uh, event or experience causes you to start looking at it again anew and decide, I want something else more than I want this. So we spend so much time, someone spends a lot of time establishing these habits that we don't question anymore. And so if people have not questioned their present habits, they're not going to just embrace this new idea, even though the new idea is excellent. You got to be willing, at the very, very least, to be neutral and to be open to it and to take it in and logically follow through with it in terms of where does it take you. Where can you take yourself with it? So I'm going to see if I can take out the part that was silent. Like I said, I know I can do it on YouTube. I'm going to stop for now. That's my thoughts, my initial thoughts about this Co-op 20. My first time actually hearing it. Well, it's the first time he's presented it, and he's a developer. I mean, we talk about the developers that you can't see. We're talking about, oh gosh, we're talking about platforms that, is there any life yet or is there any hope for it? Drip is part of a zero sum game system. It doesn't matter. What matters is how much you got, so to speak. And then when people have enough, and where you want to put it. And so all of the systems that are part of the zero sum game want you to put stuff in, not just put it in, keep it there. That's why you start getting the taxes. You get the disincentives and all the reasons for taking things out. And the simple matter of drip at this point in time is that people aren't putting new capital in. And so the people who love it are the ones who are there in spite of the fact that it's not even broken. It is fueled by the living who are willing to put some of their effort, some of their value into it. This particular platform, this cooperative system, is more efficient at what it does. Therefore, it requires less. It requires an same amounts for everyone, for example, and yet in duplicating the behavior, simply adding 3, meaning you don't even have to have more than 3. The things that he described are based on simply having 3. And that is the same with the regular co-op business, the co-op 28 system, as he calls it now, what we did call it, as well as now the co-op 20 that is coming. It's still not exactly here, but it's on its way. And so in that respect, this platform, choosing one or the other, can basically be a vehicle for anyone who is willing to actually be a bit positive and step out of their unfamiliar zone, their zone of shyness and whatever excuses we have used to not actually step out and to do something positive and do something else. You really can't afford not to do this if you want to give something new a try. As more people start seeing that this method actually does work, it'll be easier. Right now, we're talking about being the earliest of the early adopters. So I'm going to close it right now. I thank you for watching. And if you get to the silent part before I do, my apologies. If I can get it out on Facebook, I don't know if I'll be able to edit it, but I'm gonna find out very soon. At any rate, I wish you peace, prosperity, and health, and I'll say be well. And I will continue to work on my production values, and also say I got a light that's coming in, I guess tomorrow, and I can do my green screen a little bit better, and it'll start looking more. Anyway, bottom line, be quiet, Adam. I love you all. You take care.